Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Today I am going to be teaching math with you. Today is Wednesday, September 30th. We are going to be working on pages 121 through 124 in your workbook. So if you have those pages that were sent home with you, make sure you have those pages out and ready to work on. This is Chapter 2, Lesson 3 today. Okay, so hopefully you're in the right spot because today we are talking about subtraction. Yesterday was the first really big day because we've been adding this whole time so far. And now we're switching over to subtracting. Do you remember what subtraction means? Right. It means we're taking away numbers. We're not adding them on anymore. Now we are taking them away. So, boom, taking them away. Off they go. So today I'm going to share with you some words that we learned with addition, like sum, add, addition number sentence. But now we're going to switch it over and I'm going to share with you the subtraction version of those because some of the words are a little different, okay? So have you ever seen a subtraction problem before? I think you probably have. Most subtraction problems have kind of like this sign in the middle. We aren't talking about a plus anymore. Now they look like this because we're taking away. Do you know what this sign is called? It's called a minus sign. Minus, M-I-N-U-S, minus. It looks like this. It's just straight. So like if I did something, I would put minus something equals our answer, right? That's a minus sign right there. It's just a little dash. It just goes boop, just a dash to show that you are going to be subtracting. This is so important because if you have a plus sign there, then are you going to take things away? No, you're going to add them. So when you have a minus sign, don't forget that new word minus. When you have a minus sign, that shows you exactly what kind of math you need to do. It's going to show you that you need to take it away, right? So minus means take it away, and that's the sign you're going to see all the time. Now, I said just a moment ago, I said something minus something else equals our answer. Do you remember how we had the word sum last time? We said the sum of 3 plus 2 is 5. And that was our sum. That was kind of our extra word for answer. This time, our word is difference. Difference. Can you say difference with me? Difference. Good. When we have a difference of a number, that is the answer that we get from a subtraction problem. So we could say the difference of 3 minus 2 equals 1. The difference means I was thinking about how to explain difference. You know, difference means that things are different. So it's the space between numbers. And I want to say it in a way that is not confusing. So the difference is just what we call the answer to a subtraction problem. It's how much was in between those two numbers, okay? It's how many we took away. So that is the difference. Okay, and then what this is all together when we have something minus another number equals whatever. That's called our subtraction number sentence. We had an addition number sentence when we did addition, when we added. Now we have a subtraction number sentence that shows this number minus this number equals that difference. So when we have a subtraction number sentence, it is our whole problem written out. Okay? So once again, the minus is that sign. It's the dash to show that we are going to subtract. The difference is the answer that we get only from a subtraction problem. An addition problem is still a sum. But when we take away for the subtraction problem, that gives us the difference. And when we have it all written out together, that is our subtraction number sentence. Sound good? You can pause me if you want to look at those words on the board real quick. But then otherwise, we're going to get kind of going and let's do some examples. Okay, so Subtraction. We are taking away things, aren't we? We take things away. So let's come over to this side of the board. I have a little bit more space. So let's just practice a simple one, okay? Let's say I have 3 counters, okay? 1, 2, I have 3 counters, right? I want to take away or minus 2. Remember that word minus also means take away. So I want to take away 2. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to put an X over them to take them away or minus them, okay? So how many did we start off with? 1, 2, 3. We had 3, and we're doing a subtraction problem. So we're going to put the minus sign because we're going to take away 2. Now we can take away 2, cross out 2. Okay, just like that. Just X them out. How many's left over? 1. So we have to write it down first. How many did we cross out? We crossed out 2. Equals, or the difference between the numbers 3 and 2 is how many? 1. There's 1 left over. So 3 take away 2 equals 1. Awesome. This drawing way is kind of the way we're going to work on it today because we're just going to work on being able to see it and be able to take it away. If you have counters or if you're using 2 different items at home, you can totally be working with those too, and you would just set them up. So like if I had 3 counters, I would just hold them, and then I would just take 2 away. So then I'd be only holding the only one that was left. Okay, let's try a little bit different one. This time I'm going to do hearts. I'm going to do hearts just to mix it up. So let's say I'm going to do 5 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hearts. So I got to start with the number 5 because that's how many I had first. Now we're going to put our minus sign because we're going to take away some. How many do we want to take away? 2 or 3? Let's take away 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I took away 3. Okay. Equals the difference between that. So the difference is our answer. The difference is 1, 2. I have 2 left. So our subtraction number sentence is 5 minus 3 equals 2. All right, how do we feel? You feel pretty good about it? Okay. We are going to now get your workbook out. You should have it open to page 121. It has some zebras on the front of it. And they're playing. It has some crazy zebras. It should look just like that. All right, so the directions on this page say use counters to model. If you don't have counters, that's okay. If you have 2 different things, you can, or we're going to work through it together. There are 7 zebras playing in a field. 5 of the zebras go get in the pond. Okay. Looks like they're done playing. They're ready to go cool off, go take a swim, right? Draw an X on the zebras that go and get in the pond. How many zebras are still playing in the field? Write a subtraction number sentence. Okay, so first, before we start Xing them out, we need to count how many zebras are there all together, just to make sure, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So go ahead and write down the number 7 because that's where we started at. So write the number 7. And now it says 5 of them are going to leave and go play in the pond. So now we need to X out 5 zebras, okay? So you can choose whichever ones that you like. I'm going to start the way that I read because I read from the left to the right. So I'm going to start with those, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I crossed off 5 zebras because I took away, or I am minus 5. I'm taking away 5. 7, take away 5. 7 minus 5. Equals what? How many are left? 1, 2. 2 are left. So 7 take away 5 equals 2. Awesome! You guys got it. It's pretty fun, actually, isn't it, to get to cross some things out? That's pretty cool. Okay, we're going to erase this. And we are now going to move on to our guided practice, and it has some pictures of some bikes on it. So it says you can write a subtraction number sentence. Sorry, I just feel like I'm like, you can barely see me today. It's kind of dark in here. Sorry. Okay, you can write a subtraction number sentence. So the only thing that we have to watch, okay, and we have to watch it really carefully, is because they already crossed them out for you. So when we find that first number, we have to make sure we count all of the bicycles, including the ones crossed out. That's the minus part, but to start the problem, we have to make sure we count those bikes first, okay? So let's count how many there are all together, even though some are crossed out, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 bikes to start with. So we're going to say 5 minus, how many did they cross out? They crossed out 2 bikes, didn't they? 1, 2. They X'd out 2 bikes. So we're doing 5 minus 2 equals 3, because there's 1, 2, 3. There are 3 of them that are not crossed out. That's how many is left. So 5 minus 2 equals 3 is a subtraction number sentence. 3 is the difference. 3 is the difference between those two numbers, 5 and 2. And we'll work more on that too. It's kind of a hard concept to understand why the difference between, but it's talking about the space, how many numbers are in between them. It's the difference between them. I try to scoot you back so that way my screen wouldn't do the weird, you know how it kind of moves. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so now we're going to try these ones down here, except now they don't have all the words. Now we just get to figure them out. So don't forget, you have to count the ones that are crossed off, because that's where we start at, okay? So here we go. Let's count how many there are all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to write down number 8 right on the very first line, because there's 8 of them. Now, are we adding or are we going to subtract? We're subtracting because we're taking away. So we're going to put our minus sign right there. How many did they cross out? 1, 2, 3. They took away 3. Equals, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are left. So 8 take away 3 equals 5. 8 minus 3 equals 5. All right, number 2. Let's see how many there are all together. There's 1, 2, 3 of them. So we started with 3. Remember, I count the ones even if they have an X on them. We are going to put our minus sign because we are subtracting, because they're crossing them out. 3 minus 1, 2. They crossed out 2 of them. 3 minus 2 equals how much? What's the difference? Because there is only 1 left. So 3 minus 2 equals 1. All right, 2 more, and then it's almost your turn. Okay, let's count how many yellow balls we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We started out with 6 all together. Put your minus sign because we are subtracting. Mine's a little small there. 6 minus, how many did they cross out? They crossed out 2. So 6 minus 2 equals, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. That is our subtraction number sentence. Okay, how about this one? Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 to start off with. Subtracting, how many? How many did they cross out? They crossed out 2. Equals, how many are left that are not crossed out? 1, 2. 4 minus 2 equals 2. That is our difference, is the number 2. Okay, go ahead and pause me now if you need to look at the answers. If I can get it to stop. I don't know. It is just having a hard time this morning. I am so sorry, you guys. So go ahead and pause it if you need to look at those answers. But then otherwise, the next page is the independent practice. And that is the page that you are going to try on your own. It looks like this. It looks really similar to what we just did together, but this is all you. So go ahead and pause me now to come back for the very last page after you finish your independent practice. Okay? All right. How did it go? Do you feel pretty good about it? I feel like it. I bet you're doing great with subtraction. I really like this lesson because I like to see what I'm crossing out because it is right there for me to picture how many I have left. So we're going to work on some of our problem-solving questions and some of our harder questions together, okay? There are 5 cars racing. 2 cars stop. How many cars are still racing? Okay, so let's go back and find out things we know. There are 5 cars racing. So that sounds like how many were starting, right? So we're going to put the number 5 down first because that's how many cars were starting racing. 2 cars stop. What's the word stop mean? Does the word stop mean I'm adding more cars into the race, or does that mean that cars are leaving the race? Yeah, it means cars are leaving the race. So 2 cars left the race. So if they're leaving, do I put a plus or a minus sign? I need to put a minus sign. 5 minus 2. So maybe I might draw a little picture. If I have 5 cars and 2 of them stop. How many cars are left running? 1, 2, 3. Put your equal sign in. There are 3 cars that are still racing. 5 minus 2 equals 3. Drawing a picture is always a great idea because you can just see it. Even when they don't have a drawing for you, you can always make your own drawing. Always, always. Okay, here's a brain builder. Kayla has 4 rockets. She gives some rockets away. Now she only has 1 rocket left. How many rockets did she give away? Explain your thinking to a friend. Ooh. So Kayla has 4 rockets, okay? She has 4 rockets. We know that's how many we started out with, right? Okay. And she gives some away. The word away means you're leaving them. You're giving them away. So we're not adding them. So I know that I need a minus sign. She has 1 rocket left. So I know that she only has 1 left. But I'm missing this part. How many did she actually give away? Well, if these are her 4 and she only has 1 left at the end of it, there's that 1 that she kept. Let's X out and see how many she had to give away. 1, 2, 3. I don't touch the last one because she still has 1 rocket left is what it says. But those are the ones that she probably gave away. So how many did I X out? 1, 2, 3. 4 minus 3 equals 1. I can always check with my fingers too. If I have 4 and I take away 1, 2, 3, how many's left? 1. So it works. My math works. So that's good. Okay. Number 15. By using 2 of these numbers each time, write as many subtraction number sentences as you can. Ooh. By using 2 of these numbers each time, write as many subtraction number sentences as you can. Wow. So this is kind of a tricky question because we have to always start with a bigger number. When you're subtracting, I can't have 2 and take away 8 because I would take away 1, 2, and I'm out. You can't do that. You always have to start with a bigger number than what you're subtracting. So I have to use the number 2, 8, and 6. Okay, well, maybe I'll start with the biggest number first. I'll start with the number 8. And maybe I'll take away the tiniest number, take away 2. Okay, if I have 8, I'm going to put the number 8 in my mind. And when I'm taking away, I'm going to count backwards, okay? So I put the number 8 in my mind because I've already counted it, okay? Ready? 8. I'm going to count back 2 numbers. So 8, 7, 6. What number did I land on? 6. Good. Good. Okay, let's try the next biggest number. Let's do 6. Take away 2. Okay, so once again, put that big number in your head, the number 6, and we're going to be taking away 2. Okay, 6, 5, 4. What number did I land on? 4. Good. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, can I take away the biggest number? The number 8, and can I take away the number 6? I probably could. So the number 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to count back that many. So I put the big number in my head. The biggest number is 8. Okay, ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go. I counted back 6 numbers. What number did I land on? 2. 8 take away 6 equals 2. Awesome. Good job. Now, could I do 6 take away 8? No, because 8 is bigger, and I can't take away a number that's bigger from a smaller number. It does not work. So I had such a great time talking about some subtraction vocabulary with you guys today. Thank you for working examples with me. Thank you for doing your workbook pages with me. Of course, remember, if your homework page was sent home, totally your option. You don't have to do it. If you would like some extra work for the day, go for it. It's great extra practice, but you do not have to do the homework pages. But if you have any questions about subtraction or about the minus sign or the difference or a subtraction number sentence, just let myself or your teacher know. But I hope you guys have an awesome day, and thanks for doing math with me today. Bye.